everyone, welcome to the EllePassion channel, and I'm so glad that you're back, that you're so interested in my content and all of the interesting information and facts and advice that I'll give to you. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the comment that one person gave me, and it was like an inspiration for me to start and record the video based on the question that he asked. So when you're like overly criticizing you, he meant that how could you deal with the self-doubt and the criticism that you have. What I want to tell you is I've been to this as well, and I'm going through this as well, and I'm fighting that, and I'm going for the best of myself. And in this section I will try to start explaining how to deal with the other criticism and how to start focusing on yourself solely. So if you're more than interested to start the new journey with me and learn new facts that I have discovered throughout my journeys about, so here we go and let's start. So when I was over criticizing myself for any little mistake that I made, so for example I said something that has harmed people a little bit, or maybe I thought that this harmed but this actually hasn't, or maybe I've done an action that was so embarrassing and it just was, at the end when I came home I was just criticizing a lot myself and saying, why did I do it, for what reason? I'm so, it feels you like you're so overwhelmed, you have a lot of thoughts inside of your brain and you just can't do anything else apart from struggling and suffering from your horrible mindset that you have in that moment. But I've noticed one thing, it was this year where I felt one secret that I would like to discover. So when you feel like kind of impossible, there's something you really want to do, for example you want to shout or something and you can't in front of people, for example you were so excited to do something and suddenly beforehand you start just criticizing yourself, if you do that, you have this, you're gonna be so stupid, you're gonna be so negative about your future self when you do that. But actually when you do a small step, it will make yourself like much more easier and you gain this freedom. And I will give you an example. For example, I was a bit scared to jump of happiness, like being joyful inside of the classroom, or just move a little bit to show my excitement, joy towards my life, because there were a lot of people that were already criticizing me, which has led myself to criticize myself. So criticizing yourself. And when I started to think about should I make the first step or not, I was so stuck in that moment. But I have discovered a new secret and I really want to share it with you. When you start to feel like kind of something impossible, but you really want to do this, you really want to take this first step and you don't know how, you're somehow thinking about it, you're like so unsure, unconfident in if you will manage to do this. For example, just jump around or feel happiness or just shout something. I will give you one very interesting, useful tip. Do that first step without thinking what people will think about you later on, because many people, they don't bother about it, so they just carry on with their life and then they just don't focus on you, they focus on themselves. So that means that you won't gain that a lot of attention from those people, you know what I mean? So you have to stop being so embarrassed and start taking this first step. When you take this step, you start to feel more freedom, you start to feel more open, and you start to feel more of yourself. And this is what I'm currently experiencing right now. I think I've changed a lot. I made a big progress on my self-improvement and I'm working on it as well. So I have my goal, I set my goal of my future me and just visualize how I want to be in the future, which helped me a lot to reach my targets and to become the person who I really want to become. And this will help get rid of your self-doubt and the criticism of you. So you start to feel more confident in yourself and you will know who you want to be. And that's the moment when you start to forget what people start to think about you or what they're already thinking about you, and you just start to focus on yourself. So for example, when I was walking with my dog, I felt like a bit embarrassed to sing, even though I wanted to sing to feel free. But when today, for example, and the last weeks, something like that, yeah, I started doing it, I was so free, and you cannot imagine the freedom that you give to yourself when you just do the first step. I also spoke to one person, spoke to the crush, to my crush, and saying that I really like him and other stuff, and I did the first step, even though I was embarrassed. But then I reflected on the situation, and I believed that I became braver and more stronger, and this what made me free. And even though right now I'm recording it in front of people as well, right now I just don't care because I do what I want to do, and it made me more free and more like enthusiastic with my life. And I want you to follow this example as well and see if it works for you, because I'm pretty sure that this will work for you as well as it has worked for me. So if you have any question, ask me in the comment. I will be more than happy to reply to them all, and see you in the next video. Bye.